Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Tuesday morning. It's January the 9th, and I can hear the wind. It's howling outside. It's blowing really hard right now, and it's supposed to be a little bit colder today. And anyway, I hope you had a good Monday. I hope you had a good start to your week. Hope that you were able to maybe ease into it and get some start some projects or whatever the case may be. And but now here it is. It's Tuesday morning, and I certainly hope that you're doing well, and hope that you're well rested and now ready to tackle those opportunities that God has given us with this fresh new day. This morning, I want to share with you a devotional while you're young. You know, the days of your youth are they're such an important time in life. You know, it's time when it's the time when you lay the foundation. For your life. You're setting your course. You're developing attitudes and habits. Whether good or bad, and you're making decisions that will affect you for the rest of your life. You're sowing seeds that you will reap in the years ahead. Solomon wrote the following in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. He said, "Don't let the excitement of youth cause you to forget your Creator. Honor Him in your youth before you grow old and say, life is not pleasant anymore." When you're young, you like action. You like change. There's a common phrase young people use is, "I'm bored." But when you get older, you kind of start to like boredom, routine. The older you get, the more you enjoy your regular routine. But on the other hand, when you're young, you're thinking about life and looking to the future. You're open to things, and you might say, "Well, I don't want to get right with God. I do want to be a spiritual person, but right now I'm too young. I have so much, I want to do, so much fun I want to have. I'm going to commit myself to Christ at a later date. I'll get around to it eventually." However, months, can turn into years, and years can turn into decades. And that's not to say that someone can't come to Christ, when they're older, because there are people that do. But you see, the fact is that 80% of people who come to Jesus Christ do so before their 18th birthday. It's more difficult with each year that passes, because you become more set in your ways. And by the time you're older, you might say, "Well, don't bother with me. I really don't care anymore." I gave my life to Christ at about the age of 7 or 8 years old. Occasionally, I run into old friends, from back then, and we reminisce a bit. Some of them followed the Lord, and some of them did not. And when I look at my friends who didn't follow the Lord and the courses that their life, took, I can see the toll that sin has, taken on them, and how it's ravaged them, even physically. And then I look at my life. I followed Christ. When it didn't mean I was perfect. When they were out doing maybe their stuff, I was going to Bible studies, praying, and growing in the Lord. And what I gave up is really so small in comparison to what I received in return. Life goes by really quickly. It doesn't seem that way, when you're young, you're living in those years, but, the older you get, the faster life, seems to, clip by. I can definitely attest to that. And then one day, you wake up, you look in the mirror, and you see an old person staring back at you. And you'll say, "When did that happen?" Here's the good news though. If you're living for, Jesus Christ all those years, you have lost nothing except maybe a few hairs, and maybe it's all turned gray, and kind of turning white, in some places. You're getting closer to the day when you will see him, see Jesus face to face. And you can look back with no regrets, and that's my prayer, is that, that we would live our lives in such a way that, we don't look back with any regrets, and that we can say that we've stayed, true to what God has called us to do. And anyway, I hope that encourages you here on this Tuesday morning. Hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.